Hey guys, this is Anupam back again. So last time we talked about the change data capture from SAP tables, and this is something which is pretty useful for a lot of organizations. We worked with the time series delta last time, so there's a video out there. If you have not seen it or don't know what change data capture is, maybe you can look at it. Today we'll do the change data capture, but we'll do it slightly differently. This time we'll use the document number series from SAP, that is document number and item number. We want to see if anything changes on that and grab that delta from SAP. So it remains the same. There's no coding involved, but there are some parameters which needs to be passed, and based on that, we can go ahead and get our document number series from SAP. All right, let's get going. So for this time onwards, we'll be looking at this SAP table called AFPO. That's the orders item table, SAP process order numbers and the item numbers are there. So it has two key fields. If you see Offner, which is the order number, and the Posner, which is the order item number, we'll create a listener for these two on the document number series and see how we can fetch the the full extract as well as the delta extract from SAP from these two. So first, let's see what do we have in this table. So number of entries is 3112. Let's go ahead and do a full extract from SAP. So I'll head to my ADF. So by now you might be very familiar with this particular construct. So this is your USB4SAP, and we are sending over data to ADLS dataset. Source side is SAP, and we are passing some pretty similar parameters. Your delimiter is pipeline, then object type obviously is tables for T. Then object ID, we selected AFPO, and here you will see that we are telling it what fields to use delta for. So Offner, that's the order number, and Posner, that's the item number for the order, and that's what we are asking it to create a listener for. And the requester, that's always USB4SAP, and then the same destination fields, we are sending data to Azure Data Lake. We are using a SAS key, and then we are asking it to generate in this folder SAP data out extract from ADF. All right, so if I trigger this now, it's going to go into SAP and do a full extract of AFPO table, right? So that creates the baseline in my data lake for this full extract. So let's wait for this run to complete. It usually takes a few seconds, and if you remember, we had generated already in the system 3112 items. So if I go back to ADF, it's still running. All right, thankfully this is complete, and if I go and view the pipeline run, succeeded. So it has completed, and now if I go to my data lake here, refresh this, and I have this SAP AFPO at 1135 created. And if I wanted to look at the content, I'll have to download this file because it's a large file, 3100 plus records. I'll download this file. It will basically have all the items which we just extracted from from the SAP AFPO table, right? Now I'll have to, for Delta, I'll have to create a new record in SAP. It's not a very complicated thing. It's basically the transaction code is COR1 to create a new process order, and we are going to copy it from a previously created process order. So just copy, and I'm not going to change anything. Just give it a start date of 1st May and save this. So it has created this process order now, 1884, which if I go, this is now created. If I go back to my number of entries, it has increased, and now if I try to extract, it should go ahead and extract just this delta from SAP, right? So I'll go back to my ADF pipeline and ask for a refresh just with delta. So the parameters when we ask for delta remains pretty much the same. You don't have to change anything. It's just the same parameters, and we'll just trigger this again. So now it is looking up in SAP and trying to figure out what has changed since the last run, and then go ahead and fetch that into the data lake. Takes a few seconds. Thankfully it ran fine. And if I go back to my ADLS, I should get a new extract, which should be at 1138, and there you go. So it has generated this new extraction from SAP just for the document which we have just created. The first record is obviously your column names, and the one which is created with this Y300 material is the one which we created as the delta record. Alright, so this shows how simply we can go ahead and generate full extraction from SAP tables, and then after that set up the document number and item number as our delta pointers, based on which the extractions can be done every day, every hour, whatever the frequency it needs to be. So, and hopefully you notice that there's no coding involved. There are some configuration parameters which need to be set up once, and then it will keep on going and extracting from the system. I hope you find this useful. Thank you. Bye.